welcome back for another amazing episode of Who Brunch. I am your head bitch in charge, as always, Miss Bonnie Lynn. I have my beautiful co-host with me, Miss Marlene. Say hi.
Hey everyone.
And today our special guest is Jacqueline Blum. Now, you guys,
Hello.
you guys are getting all three of us because we are on a cross country road trip right now. So as you can tell, we are not in our studios or anything. We are actually in Wyoming. What is this place called? Rock Springs, Wyoming, right?
I don't even know.
Oh my God.
It's such a
So
cute town too. It's like a little village.
I know, I love it. I love it, you guys. So we're out here just having a blast. We hopped in the car and we're like, guess what? We are going to go through what, 5 states in 7 days, and that is exactly what we are doing. So please bear with us today, since I am literally outside and the ladies are sitting in a Starbucks and we are living our best life. We are not alcoholing it up today. Today we are having coffee. We are coffee kings today.
And water.
So all
Cheers.
right, so let's get into these topics for today's episode. So the first topic that we are going to talk about is how to ruin a relationship.
The second topic is going to be how to make a relationship better,
So we're gonna ruin it and then make it better, and
basically.
and then
Toxic.
we're gonna talk about what is your love language, or what is a love language that you look for in someone else. So y'all know me. Let's jump right in. Marlene, how your titties like in this weather?
Girl, I'm wearing this tight top, so they're nice and compressed right now. Although it was a little nipply today in the pool, I will say that.
I was freezing. It was so cold.
It really
And
was.
Jacqueline, how you feeling, Jacqueline?
I'm feeling warm in my Ariana Grande sweater.
Let's see.
Break up with your girlfriend.
Because you're what?
Cause I'm bored. Cause I'm bored. Come
All right.
on, come
So
with it.
let's get right in and talk about how to ruin a relationship. So there's so many things that you can do, not just guys, but girls too, that we do when we are dating someone or getting to know someone or already in a relationship that just totally ruins the vibe or can just like really cause your relationship to crumble. So I think one of the first things is inconsistency. Inconsistency is the biggest thing for me that will ruin a relationship. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. Just plain hot and cold all the time, kind of not following through with their word. Um, Definitely, consistency is a big deal.
See, and here's the thing about inconsistency. It can happen like in the beginning, it can happen in the middle, it can happen like at any point. But I don't think it's asking for too much to keep that same energy all the time, because so Jacqueline and Marlene, they are very much a match your energy kind of people. So if you're falling off, they're gonna fall off. And if you get two people together that are like that, then it's like neither one of them are going to give a shit enough to even want to save the relationship. So, inconsistency, that's once you start moving different, once you start acting different, that's like where you kind of lose me.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
in like when I meet someone and they show me energy, they give me energy, there is like things that you get used to and then they stop doing them. It's like that change up is like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? But
Hmm.
the important thing to do when that happens is to communicate. I think if you communicate with after that, then it might be okay. But inconsistency is a really big one for me. Jacqueline, what's something for you that will ruin a relationship?
I would say also inconsistency for me, but also coming on too strong. So I'm a really independent kind of person, and I like doing my own thing. I've always done my own thing, and whenever somebody comes on too strong, it will make me want to go the other way. And yeah, like I have to fall into it too. We both have to be at the same level, matching each other's energy.
What if you're the one that came on too strong? Do you do that?
And I do. Sometimes I do. I admit that too. And if I do that, it usually doesn't end well. Not gonna lie. And I get it. I get it both ways.
So, give me an example of coming on too strong. What is something that's a come on too strong thing that will cause you to stop?
Hmm.
Probably like texting nonstop. Like 10 messages in a row, blowing up my phone, asking me, like, what are you doing? Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. Like, just let me reply as I please. Let me do my thing. Kind of like just demanding, like trying to demand things of me. I'm like, nope, that's not going to work.
And what about you, Mark?
I think that like if a relationship, like if you're in a committed relationship, something that would definitely ruin that is not respecting each other, cursing each other, just talking to each other real nasty. We're discussing like you should be your partner's cheerleader, like their biggest fan, their biggest supporter, their biggest hype person. So I think like doing those types of things would totally ruin and kill a relationship.
I see that definitely for sure. We're gonna take a second really quick and say hi to Miss Priscilla in the chat. What's up, beautiful? We miss you. Yeah, so definitely being ugly. Being ugly is a big one. Yeah, you just why would you want to be with someone that's gonna ruin it? Having an ugly
Hmm.
attitude, calling names and stuff like that. But at that point, it's like, why are you in this relationship?
Hmm.
So okay, what is something else that'll ruin a relationship? I think we can name like 5 things.
Cheating for sure. Cheating will absolutely kill a relationship definitely in a woman's mind for sure. I can't speak from a man's perspective, but I imagine it's the same. But in a woman's mind, like it's very hard to come back from any kind of cheating.
Let's take a second and say hi to James in the chat. He said the pizza man has arrived. Hey, James. That's why I was laughing when you were talking. But yeah, no, cheating's definitely gonna ruin it. The fuck, yes, cheating's gonna ruin a relationship.
Yeah, that's a
It's
game
just
over.
fucking gonna make your relationship.
Mhm.
But here's the thing with cheating: do you stay?
If you do stay, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna be happy, in my opinion, from experience, just from talking to women, my own personal experience. I don't believe that you're gonna be happy, unless you totally like just like live in like this denial, which is fine. You can totally live in a denial state of mind, but I think ultimately it's always going to be in the back of your mind, in the back of your subconscious, like nagging at you. That trust.
So I looked up some statistics on what
Mm-hmm.
can ruin relationships, and right now the number one cause, aside from inconsistency, is social media.
Bet.
78% of relationships that have not worked out, or people who have broken up, or gotten even divorced, it's been
Hmm.
caused by social media. So, what do
And
you guys
I,
think
yeah,
about? What do you think about that?
yeah. Well, I mean, Jacqueline.
I can't. I can. Okay, my own personal experience. I haven't actually dealt with a lot of like bad stuff going on with social media and me and my partners, but I've seen it happen to so many other people. But for me, I don't really like to like hang out on social media and like talk to a lot of people. Like even though I post a lot, I'm online a lot. I'm really not very interested in anybody on social media. Like I like to meet people organically, so that's never a problem for me.
Okay, Marlene.
Yeah, I think that social media is, I mean, it can really affect someone's relationship. I know, like, as a girl, and again, it kind of like correlates with the cheating, right? Because it's like you're lusting over women. If you see your man, like, kind of liking all the, like, the thought photos, which is cute, like, that's fine. I respect women who love themselves, love their body, post their pictures, all that, that's great. But I think when you're in a relationship and your particular partner is, kind of fawning and lusting over other women, that is off-putting. It can make you be in a state of mind where it's like you're not trusting that person, and it can kill. I think it can totally kill a relationship. I totally believe that. I've seen it.
Yeah. So the biggest thing with that what that ruins the relationship when it comes to the um the social media and everything is, yes, infidelity, trust issues. It breaks trust. And I think if you are going to be in a relationship in real life, in person, you also have to be in a relationship and social media.
Yeah.
Like you have
Right.
to approach it in that manner.
Yeah.
Now, it's not just the guys, it's the girls. Ladies do this. We are not at all like innocent in this aspect. Actually, the percentages as far as men and women go who like cheat, I guess, on social media, it's like neck and neck. It really is. It's 46% for women and 53% for men. Yes.
Oh
So
my gosh, that's crazy.
so
That's a
it
lot of cheating.
that yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that kind of plays into like just the ability to kind of hide behind the screen. But it ultimately is like, who are you behind closed doors? Who are you behind closed doors? You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's kind of like you being able to peek into someone's mind when you do see like their activity on social media. Who are they when they're behind your back?
Y'all, the amount of guys though that do hit me up on social media that do have girlfriends, I believe that it's retarded. It's like, why are you doing this? You have a beautiful girlfriend, and I see your pictures.
So
What?
we did get a comment in the chat. They said even in a relationship, you still need space, but not so much space to where you're spending time with someone else. And that's true. That is so true. Like, I, I don't know. Like, I am perfectly happy just being like in a the same house with someone. We don't even have to be in the same room. I mean, but even if you are in the same room and you're doing your own thing, to me that's still spending time with each other, and I'm good. I'm okay with that. I actually love that. So, yeah, you definitely need space in a relationship, but not all the space. You know? Like, but Jacqueline, you were like, okay, you were giving some things about like what's too coming on too strong and stuff. Marlene, for you, what is something that's like would ruin it for you when they're coming on too strong?
Um, Coming on too strong. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess like kind of goes back to like just being too like not thirsty. Thirsty is not the word. Desperate. Desperation is kind of a turn off to me, and so I think that when you show that, especially to someone like Jacqueline or myself or you, like, you know what I mean, it can kind of come off as like off-putting. I want you to be interested, but I don't want you to be like so interested that you're kind of disrespecting yourself in the same. Like, everyone should love themselves. You know what I mean? Enough to give and accept the same respect from everybody. And I think that when you kind of are in this desperate state or like this desperate kind of behavior, it's off-putting. So that's kind of a turn on to me.
Hmm. Okay, I get that. Another thing, like for me, um, that will ruin a relationship for me is someone who is ugly to my family,
Yeah,
ugly to my kids. That is that will ruin the relationship so hard. I can't do it. Like
yeah,
you got to be a good person. Like you got to be a good person for me.
yeah. You gotta have a good heart.
It's just like ugly just kills it.
Hmm.
Kills the vibe. Oh, also, let me see what's something else. I had it in my head and then net's gone. It's fucking gone.
Controlling,
Okay,
controlling kind of
controlling.
goes with it. Kind of goes with the other thing, but controlling is like no, like can't wear shorts or can't wear something, can't see so and so.
Mm-mm.
Just
Something
Couldn't be
that
me.
always, yeah, something that always like throws me off too, like when in a relationship or like even when you're like kind of dating or talking, is like trying to teach me a lesson, like in a very backhanded approach, like in maybe like an undertone kind of like disrespectful way, trying to teach me a lesson. It's like, if you have a problem with anything that I've said or if it's come across wrong, like, let me know. I can correct myself and say, hey, I apologize. But if you're just trying to like teach me a lesson in some roundabout, underhanded way, I don't like that shit. I
Teach
don't
me
like
a
it.
lesson. Like I finished school a long fucking time ago. Don't even.
Yeah, like, you're not my teacher. Like, you're not my life coach. Like, fuck the fuck.
Miss Priscilla said, "I hate a controlling partner. Automatic turn off." Okay, so that she's completely right. Automatic, but I like a certain level of suggest.
Territorialist.
Yes, I territorialness. There you go. I love someone who's territorial over me. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Um, something that also that turns like is like a it'll ruin it for me is if they're all about sex. If it's all about sex, like literally that's it. I'm like, mm-mm, and I'm done.
I feel
No,
like in a relationship, I feel like in a relationship, like, maybe you're kind of past that all about sex stuff, but it can be a turnoff when it's just kind of like constantly, when you don't have anything else to kind of discuss or bring to the table. Like, are we just fucking? Because
that
if that's the
yeah,
case,
that'll ruin it for me. That'll ruin it for me. Like literally, if you guys literally have nothing to say to each other, or there's no plan. Oh, that's another thing that'll ruin it for me. The other person, if they don't plan stuff, like don't leave it all on me all the time. I I enjoy like someone like, hey, we're gonna go do this today, or
Hmm.
let's do like I did this, or stuff like that. I think like
Effort is nice.
effort, the lack of effort ruins relationships.
Hmm.
And
And I,
people
oh,
people get so comfortable with each other, they get comfortable in the relationship, and they just stop. They stop doing
stop.
all of those amazing things that you should still do. It doesn't matter if you're together for 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, 50 years. Effort really is everything.
And it doesn't have to be extravagant. It's the small things. It's the little things. It's like, do you remember my favorite meals at the restaurants we go to? Or, do you take an interest in me like that? And your effort should show your interest level in that person. You know what I mean? And you should show interest by knowing what your person is like, knowing the things that turn them on, turn them off, and then, you know what I mean? Like navigate through that for them. So it's a constant learning process when you're in a relationship, and you can't just stop and think, this is cool, mediocre, bare minimum behavior. Effort is good. Effort's nice.
So we talked a lot of shit. Now we're gonna call each other out. We're gonna call each other out. Fuck this. This is where we're doing this. So I want you guys to tell me a time when you ruined a relationship. How did you ruin it? Jacqueline, you first. How did you ruin it? What'd you do?
Shoot, there's been quite a few. I'm like, let me think on the last
She's all.
one.
I pulled up.
I think, I mean, honestly, like for me, like my last relationship that ended, like actual relationship that ended, it was honestly just like me slowly pulling away. And sometimes I do that where I just slowly pull away whenever I really just need to cut it off. And that's my fault because I lack. I don't know. I love comfort, like being with somebody and being comfortable with them. But I really just need to take into everybody's like feelings into account and cut it. So I would say that's my biggest thing. Is just like slowly.
What about you, Marlene? How did you ruin
um,
a relationship?
well, for me, my mouth is my biggest enemy, not my friend at sometimes. So I think like definitely just kind of getting out of line. You know what I mean? If I get my feelings hurt, I feel disrespected. I have like a real quick like switch. I will cuss you out. I don't know. I'm sorry,
So you
but
you did the being ugly thing.
being ugly. I can be very ugly, but I can be very loving too. Again, it's just when I really feel like my feelings are hurt, and I don't know if that's like a defense mechanism or what. But like if my feelings get hurt, I feel like I'm gonna cry about something. I'm just gonna cuss you out instead because like,
Girl, it's
you know
the
what I mean.
Gemini in us.
I don't know. I can't be that woman that's like, oh, no.
All right. So Miss Vanessa said, when I ended a relationship, forcing it. When I ended in a relationship, it was forcing it when we should have had a break. And then she
Ooh,
said,
that's good. Mm,
so yeah, that's. Mhm. So a way that Vanessa said, "I love you, Marlene." So the way that I ruined a relationship, phew, I don't ruin relationships. I am the best ever. I am the moment. No, no, obviously no. I think one one of them, it was me, definitely, for being mean. I guess mean, being mean back, but being mean back, like,
right.
because I took it for so long, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give them back what they were giving me. So, and then they were actually trying, but I was already done.
Checked
So
out.
yeah, so I was, and it was shitty of me to do that, and I hate doing that now. Like, I know I talk shit, and I know I'm like, oh, strong woman, fuck you, I'm gonna give you that same energy, we're matching energies and this, but I can't. I literally can't do that when if I'm like hating someone or talking to someone or whatever, and he is like just doing something that like is making me upset or whatever, I cannot do it back. Like, I feel bad, I don't want to do that.
You're
I
a
don't want
whole lover girl.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel bad too. I feel bad too being, mean back, but it's like, if it's fuck me, it's fuck you times two.
you see, no, and I can't do that. That's y'all.
Yeah, I'll sit with those. I'll sit with those, regrets after. You know what I mean?
Regrets,
I'm like,
all your
oh,
regrets
shouldn't have
afterwards.
done that. Shouldn't have done that. Like immediately. Like once it comes out, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Miss
I'm the same
Marissa,
way.
Miss
Yeah.
Marissa said, putting up defenses because it's what is normal to me, like holding past experiences to everything. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Mm.
That's like that's yeah. Also, but that can also ruin a relationship, bringing your past traumas into the new relationship. You
I
know
think
what
that
I
happens
mean?
a lot. That
It
happens a
does.
lot.
It does. And it sucks. It sucks because
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to meet someone that's going to understand that. You know how they
Mm-hmm.
say, like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're an overthinker, you have to date a great communicator. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's me. I need a great communicator,
Yeah.
100%, because we are overthinkers. So we need great communicators. Miss Vanessa said, don't let the ex affect the next. Period. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Point
So
blank.
let's go on into what can
Ah.
make relationships better. And we already touched on some things when we were talking a little bit about, like Marlene was saying, you should be your partner's cheerleader. And that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. I know we are like that. I am especially like that. I'm a huge cheerleader for that person.
Yeah. Learning
Anything.
from experience, like learning from experience, I realize like you are literally the number one person that should be supporting your partner. You shouldn't be badgering them, hounding them, causing more stresses for them, making them feel like shit when they already feel like shit. You know what I mean? If they fucked up, then okay, they fucked up. You know, you need to let it go. You need to move past it. But making them feel like crap about it all the time, you are ruining the relationship. You
Yeah.
need to love that person. And I think another thing is, I think that, you know, loving yourself too. Like, you got to love yourself. And I feel like that could make a relationship better as well, because a lot of people look for someone else to make them happy, but in reality you need to make yourself happy, and then someone else should just be benefiting you from that. And I think that ties into the fact that, you know what I mean, you should be their biggest cheerleader, because when you feel like you're depending on someone else to make you happy, you could start to resent them and start taking things out on them, badgering them, hounding them, you know, being rude or ugly to them for no reason instead of just being supportive. So
Yeah.
it's about loving yourself and kind of giving that back to them too, pouring into their cup.
So Miss Priscilla said, my man is my number one hype man, as
As
they
he
should
should
be.
be.
Period. Yes, and guys should, you definitely gotta hype your girl up. Like I need a hype man. I do. I would love a hype man. You know, you've got to be the person that's literally there, always supporting that other person. And with men, like, come on, guys out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but men, they like to feel like men. You know, they like to feel like, providers, protectors, all that stuff. So you're constantly telling him what he's doing wrong and how he's,
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. That's,
Yeah.
and do not do that. Do not,
They have feelings. Men have
it's,
feelings.
it takes this much effort, to throw a compliment out there. Do guys love compliments? Like,
Yeah.
literally, for seriousness, God, you can tell a guy he has nice hands and he's gonna remember it until he's like 85. I have nice hands.
Look at these.
Look at his fucking hands. They're amazing. Miss Priscilla said, I hype him up too, though, especially on his down days or after a long day at work. Yes.
Oh, yes, that's
Yes.
perfect.
So that is another thing you can do. Like, hey, did you drink water today? Have you eaten? Stuff like that. That right there is how to save a relationship. And even if you guys get to a point where it's like, the relationship is in trouble, or you guys are start doing incorporating these little things into it, and it will make it better. Um, Vanessa said, to feel wanted is different than feeling needed. Absolutely. That is 100% that comment right there. Um, Zero Atmosphere. He said, I've been your hype man for a very long time, Yvonne. Oh,
Uh
not my government name.
oh. Secret
Can
lover.
I appreciate a hype man?
She's all got a bag full of hype men in my back pocket. Just kidding. Sorry.
Okay, Jacqueline, what is something that you think can help save a relationship or make it better?
Definitely communication. Just always like at least once a week, kind of like sitting down with each other and be like, okay, where are you at? Like, what are you feeling? Like, just kind of coming up to speed with each other, because everything can be thrown off by in an instant. Like, you can be perfect, going great, and then something will throw it off. So just always communicating like how you feel and what you think is best for the relationship for both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Priscilla said, "Oop, he said Yvonne." Yes, he did. um, Vanessa said therapy. Therapy
Yeah,
can
well,
make it
yeah,
better. Um,
definitely.
yeah, definitely. And when
But
somebody
Yeah.
comes
if
to
it's
you,
someone's choice, definitely therapy can be helpful if someone chooses that for sure.
I always think therapy before getting married for sure.
Yeah, to get couples therapy, definitely. Most if you marry like in a church, I think most churches like the pastor will require almost for y'all to go to counseling, like couples counseling prior leading up to the wedding. Um, yeah, therapy.
so Miss Priscilla said communication. I agree. So guys out there listening, watching, communicate with your women. Keep them happy. And the guys are like, no,
Never.
communication.
There's this really sweet couple that are married that I know, and the wife shares this with us about her husband and how she knew that he was the one. She said that, she wasn't even a jealous kind of woman. She's not a jealous girl or anything like that. But she said that her best friend noticed that when they started dating, he unfollowed all these women that, you know what I mean, were on his Instagram profile. He unfollowed them all. She's like, I didn't even ask him to do that. He took it on himself to do that. He respected me so much that he just took out any kind of reason for me to feel some type of way. And that it was a beautiful thing that he did that for her, that she never asked him to do that for her, but that showed her how much that he respected, cared, and loved her. And also, like, another thing, just a gentlemanly type of thing at work. We noticed, or they noticed, that he wouldn't even ride in an elevator alone with another woman. Didn't matter if she was like 85 years old. He would politely allow them inside the elevator, get them in there, wish them well, and put the elevator to whatever floor they need to go to, but would wait until the next elevator because he didn't want to be in any kind of situation where it could jeopardize something. And it just reminds me, like, men need to make wise decisions. Men need to be a little wiser when it comes to these types of things in the modern world that we live in, and how that can make or break a lot of things in your woman's mind and in her heart, and to be considerate.
That's pretty amazing. I
Oh,
I
it's
love
amazing.
I love when you don't have to say something, when they just take it upon
Right.
themselves and they do it. And
Mm-hmm.
Miss Priscilla said, if they want to, they will. Which,
Right.
yes, that's 100%. If they wanted to, they would. Vanessa said there are still gentlemen out there. Yes, yes, there are. There are absolutely gentlemen out there. Um, and I love
They're
that.
they're
I
not in Corpus though. I'm just kidding.
they're not.
I'm all, but are they in Wyoming though?
We maybe have to go to Tennessee or California. I don't know.
They were in Utah. There were some in Utah.
There's
We
some
met so many
unicorns. Yeah, there's.
amazing people in
Mm-hmm.
Utah. Very nice people. We loved it. We loved
There.
Utah.
Yeah, there's unicorns for sure.
Shout out to our Utah listeners because we know you're out there. We love you. But yeah, no, there really are some gentlemen. Like, it's,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was incredible. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
we do that, if I see that, like if I'm
Sure.
dating a guy and he like all of a sudden just unfollows like hundreds of people and stuff,
Wet. Sorry.
she's all pussy throb.
Wet.
It's just the Starbucks workers like, what the hell is going on?
Not this man eyeing me, sweeping next to me like.
But no, that's like that kind of effort is incredible. Or if you just
Mm-hmm.
fake like casually, look, guys, this is, I'm gonna give you guys some good stuff here on how to save it, how to be good. It, whatever she says she doesn't like, remember that.
Pay
Remember that.
attention.
Pay
Yep.
attention. Pay
Don't
attention.
don't make people repeat themselves.
Um, but no, some people just, they do need help. Some people need to be reminded. I think that if they wanted to, they would.
Mm-hmm.
Applies. It does apply, but there are some times whenever they got to be reminded. People forget. I know I forget shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that really just that goes so far. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I remember
all
one
right.
time I was dating a guy and I was making meals with cheese in it, and he didn't like cheese and was like allergic to it, and he literally got upset with me because He like listed it in one of the things like when he was breaking up with me. He was like, "You put cheese in my meals, and I've told you like I don't like cheese. I don't want to eat cheese. I can't have it. Like you are not listening to me. I'm sorry."
Zero said, sounds like someone got a little too much espresso in their coffee. Not me. I'm allergic. That's not
I
me.
am drinking water.
Priscilla said, not the cheese.
Cheese is so good. Fuck.
All right, so let's move on and let's talk about our love languages. What
Ooh.
is your love language? I know when we were driving up here, you guys were struggling with this.
Well, okay. Well, let's name the love languages because I'm not even specifically sure like exactly what they all are.
Okay, so you guys watching, put it in the chat. What is your love language? So we can show these ladies what it looks. So for me, it's like words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Um, that's a big one for me. Music is another big one for me. I
That's like
love.
acts of service is one of them, right? Like acts of service.
Yeah, like yeah, I guess
Touch,
like
physical touch,
gift giving would be
gift
one.
giving.
Priscilla said words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service. Yeah, she just said exactly what you
Mhm.
said. Yeah, but no, words of affirmation are great. For me, that's something that really matters. Music matters for
Mhm.
me. Like sharing a playlist with someone, that's intimate for me. That's intimacy. I love that. I
Music is definitely one for me too.
It's
or
a love language,
especially
definitely.
if they send you like I want my guy to send me songs that remind him of me.
Isn't
Like
that so
whatever.
sweet?
Isn't it cute?
Yes,
I
I
love
like
that.
dissect the entire song. If a guy sends me a song, I'm like sitting there just dissecting the entire like, lyric for lyric. I'm like, is this about me? Is this gonna make me feel?
It's all it's all throw that ass in a circle. Yeah.
You're like looking at the lyrics like, okay,
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 yeah,
sure.
So, um, Zero said physical touch affirmation. Vanessa said always wanting to be with each other. Random love text. Ooh, that's good. I love that.
mm,
Vanessa said YouTube romantic songs. Um, but no, the texting stuff is good too. Also, like one of like a huge thing for me is I like it when they're like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know this. Hey, I'm going to be doing this." Just keeping you that you are a thought. You're
hmm,
there, like, and they're being considerate. Consideration, I guess that's consideration's a big one for me. I like that.
yeah.
Physical touch for me, I'm okay with it. I like the little like stolen touches, like the little hand holding, the little rubs under the table, the bumping, nudging each other, the like that's super cute. Like I'm okay with
Yeah.
PDA, but like I don't need all PDA all the time. Like I don't need you swallowing my face in public every 5 seconds. But the little touches, like those are so cute. Those are adorable. Oh,
I
and
agree.
written letters for me. Like I like it.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's even especially if you're talking to someone out of town or if you guys have a long distance relationship or anything like that. Like I know this day and age there's phones, there's video chat, there's all this stuff, but to actually get a letter in the mail,
Yeah.
like that they took time to write,
Or
that's
like a
that's
care package. That'd be cute.
that's
Like care
cute.
packages if you have like a long distance relationship. That's sweet.
And for me, I'm a gift giver too. I love giving gifts. So
I'm
I
trying to be a gift giver, but
she's
it's
like, I
like
don't
it's not a Gemini thing.
it's so hard.
Miss Vanessa said we're still in that generation. Zero said the leg hugs under the table at the restaurant when it's just you and the other person. Oh, that's cute. I love that. And I love that. Priscilla said,
I'm touching my man's dick under the table at restaurants. I'm just
oh,
kidding.
but she's not lying, y'all. She's
Not
telling
at
the
all.
truth.
Facts.
Um, Priscilla said, I'll never forget the first time my boyfriend sat on the same side of the booth with me. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's love. That's love right there. If he sits with you on the same side like of the booth, y'all, that's love. And there's no one else. That's love.
Um, James said, never too much espresso. For you, for me, I will die. I'm all.
I'm all, Vonnie, just one sip. Just one sip.
I
Have it.
know. Jacqueline was trying to kill me earlier. She's like, try my coffee. I'm like, I can't. She's like, one sip. I'm like, okay.
Huh.
And I took a sip. I'm horrible. It's hard for me to say no. But yeah, no, that's oh, I love all that stuff.
I
So
love that too. I definitely think that like my love language is physical touch, and quality time.
Absolutely. Same here.
And unfortunately, like I am like, I can kiss you 100 times a day. I can touch you. If I love you, like I don't know. That's how I express my love. I'm affectionate, and that's how I like to love on someone. And some people don't like it, but I mean, that's what I feel in my heart. To love on them and shower them with love, hugs, cuddles, ass grabs or whatever, or just even
stop.
even something as simple as like scratching their beard or scratching their head,
Ooh, I
or
like
just
that.
massaging their feet, massaging their hands. I love all that. That's beautiful to me. I could watch a movie with you every night and us massaging each other's feet together. I could do that for the rest of my life and not go
Crying.
I'm
nowhere.
all. I'm all. Jacqueline, are you massaging anyone's feet?
Hell no. They're massaging mine though.
That's something that's really big. I think a lot of guys like the whole massaging thing
Hmm.
because you guys have seen the ridiculous text messages I get in my stuff, but that's always like a big one. I just want to give you a massage. I'm like, no, don't touch me.
I like it whenever guys like, or people, anybody, guy or girl, just like gently, like
In your
with
hand.
your hand, not even that crazy or intense,
Yeah,
like just a little something.
right.
Yeah. I like the touch stuff too, but I like, I just want to lay in bed. Let me lay on you a little bit and read my book, and
Hmm.
you can do whatever, play your game, like chill,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm for that. But I'm gonna go back to the gift giving thing. So Jacqueline likes
Yes,
getting
honey.
gifts. She absolutely loves to get gifts. But I love to give them, and for me, the gifts that I love to give are like personal ones. They have to be personal. Like
Hmm.
it has to be either something I made for them or something that I know is going to be something that they will appreciate, like that they like. I listen to stuff like that. So, what about you, Jacqueline?
Yeah. Okay. Well, for me, I guess like I like getting gifts, but I'm not a good gift giver, just like Marlene was saying. But over anything is quality time. Quality time is my biggest thing because, like, whenever I can feel comfortable around someone, it takes a lot of time. And so then that's whenever I finally start breaking down all of my walls, coming down and wanting to hang out with them even more and just
Yeah.
spend more time together. So, quality time is my number one.
We have a question in the chat for you, Jacqueline. Someone
Oh,
wants to know if you're single.
I am. And I am.
And I am.
Yeah, so and she likes gifts. She's single and she likes gifts. Just saying.
Hit her up on the gram. Just kidding.
I honestly never like to say if I'm single or in a relationship because, I just like
You
to keep
never
it low
know.
key,
You
keep it
never
on
know.
lowest of the low. But yeah, yeah,
You're
we'll
on
keep
them
it
too.
at that. We'll keep it at that.
And back to love languages. Jacqueline's like nothing, silence. I like silence.
Just don't talk around me.
Yeah, because earlier she was like, when we were talking about what's something that's coming on too strong, she's like texting all the time, messages. And me, I'm like, I can't get enough of messages. Text, give me all the messages. Jacqueline's like, I don't want them.
I'm like
Hmm.
I'm an in person girl though. Like
Hmm.
in person, like I everything. But
Yep.
I don't know. I'd be living my life out outside. We're outside, so
We're
Yeah.
outside. I am
so
literally
yeah.
outside. Literally.
I
I'm
think I can do away with like the gift giving love language as long as I know someone is like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love gifts. You know what I mean? I love gifts. That's great. I love, all that. But it's like, as long as I know that you're down for me, like, are you going to be there for me when I need you? Like, when I really need you, are you going to be there for me? Or are you going to like throw something in my face and make me feel like crap? Like, I just need to know like you're down for me when it counts.
yeah, that's is for me. I agree with that because I have really bad anxiety and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So finding someone who can understand that and kind of like work with me on that, that's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for me, that's what it is. Like, you have to understand that about me. That's what I'm saying. Like, people, guys come at me sideways all the time, and I'm like, literally, I am so difficult. I am the most difficult person ever. I have anxiety. I need you guys to understand this. I am can be needy. I am all this stuff. But I cook good, so
That's true.
that's the balance. Deal with my panic attacks. I cook great.
We can vouch for that.
Yeah.
It'll work out.
Yeah.
And I
But
don't cook for shit.
and Marlene says she cooks, but we don't know.
I love cooking. I do love cooking, but I think it's romantic to cook with your partner. Like, I don't know,
Yes.
that's like foreplay to me. Like, I'm like, yeah, baby, chop those vegetables. Chop them. Kiss me, on my neck from behind when I'm
Y'all, can I
making
say a
food.
story?
Yes.
Okay.
Story
So
time.
this one time I tried to do the whole cooking with your boyfriend type of thing. Never again. Anyways, so we chop up all the stuff, put all the ingredients into the crock pot, leave it overnight, and then come back in the morning to get the food. Wasn't plugged in. He didn't plug it in. The anger in my eyes. I was
Oh, I
like
think I remember
fuming.
that.
I
I
was
B, why
like,
remember
didn't you
that.
plug it in? Why didn't you plug it in?
he told me he plugged it in. He was like, yeah, I plugged it in. I was like, okay, that was his one job. I was like, what the fuck? Never again.
I remember when that happened. That was hilarious. That was holy shit. So Zero said superhero movies, junk food, and cuddles all at home, perfect love language.
Hmm.
I'm for that.
That's quality
I love
time and
I love all those
affection.
things. I
All
love
of the
all those.
cuddles.
All the cuddles. Cuddle me all night. Let's bond. Let our souls bond.
Really? You don't get to like a point at night where it's like,
No,
okay,
I do. I
now you're
always
too
turn.
hot, go away.
No, I always in my sleep face the other direction, towards the edge of the bed, no matter what. And so like they'll get offended, like, oh well, you turned away from me last night. And I'm like, well, I didn't need to. Like, I just do it by habit. It doesn't matter what side I'm on. I always go to the edge of the bed. It's weird.
I don't think I like how I'm being called out in this comment section right now.
Uh oh.
Yeah, they said, but yes, Yvonne, you are very difficult. I know from personal experience.
Oh shit.
Okay, come out wherever you are. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? State your
Not
name.
him.
Oh,
He's about
I'm
to put a
all.
whole story in there.
I'm all. I have an idea.
State your name and business, sir.
Yeah. What's your purpose? In fact, it don't matter undercover. We'll find out who you are
If
super
that's one
quick.
thing about us, we're gonna find out.
We
And we
will.
will. But yeah, so yeah, I'm all. Is that a relationship ruiner? Being secretive?
Hell yeah.
No,
Don't be secretive. I don't like that. Uh-uh.
I don't like that shit either.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they said good luck. Look, all I know is we're being challenged in in the chat right now. So I don't know. Mm-mm. I don't like that.
Time
I'm
to
all
go to
Was that
yeah.
work.
was that a fake Facebook?
We know a
They're
few
on.
hacks or two.
No, they're
Well,
on you.
how? No.
It's from
Uh,
YouTube. Someone
t-
on YouTube.
oh, I was gonna say touching on the desperation again. You're pretty. Just pretty desperate to get her attention.
Oh, don't be mean.
I'm just joking.
She's not. She's being mean.
Not the toxic side coming out.
All defending her.
Gemini season.
What's your love language? Toxicity.
Period. Let's get a little toxic up in here. A little fun.
Okay, so what do you think is something that you do that you to you it might be showing love, but it could be considered as being toxic?
Telling
What is
them the
your
truth.
toxic love language?
Telling them the hard truth. I don't dance around that stuff, and I don't like people to dance around it with me either.
So
Um,
much same.
I can take it as much as I can dish it, but I think that if you love someone, you got to be able to tell them the hard stuff. Because if you don't, like, do you even really care about them? Letting someone sip, and I see this a lot in long-term relationships. You just allow your partner to just be not the best version of themselves. Like, you just let them be okay with mediocrity. And like, I don't know, I'm not like that. I want to be grown. I want to be pushed to grow. I want to be taught. I want to learn. I want to know when I'm right. I want to know when I'm wrong. I don't want to be like left in this limbo of where it's like you're just allowing me to be this person that's not growing and enabling me for it. I see that so much in relationships where your partner enables you and it hurts. It makes me sad because I'm like, wow, like if you continue to be with this person, you're never going to know your full potential. You'll never know it. And
Yeah.
that's sad to me.
So Vanessa said, same hard truth. It's because we get impatient, but there's a limit. And Miss Priscilla said, so true, Marlene. Yeah, definitely. That's something that. And Priscilla said, need to motivate each other to grow. Yes, that's like what we were talking about earlier too, about like not having ambition and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm. I know a toxic thing that I can do is like I romanticize things too much sometimes. That is like can be my toxic love language.
You said
Um,
you romanticize?
romanticize
Oh,
things, people, when they shouldn't be. That's like I only look at what I think are the best attributes of that person and I focus on those and totally ignore all of the bad, all of everything else. So I know that's something that I do and I kind of need to get better with it, but it's just that I'm that kind of person. I am, like you said, I love. I'm a romantic. I do that stuff. So sometimes to my own detriment. And I wish I didn't. It's just, it's hard to get out of that because
is that
some people don't deserve to be romanticized.
yeah. Is that kind of like giving them more credit than they deserve?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. But also romanticizing like a situation and
Mm,
and stuff like that. I mean, because who doesn't want to think the best out of every situation and everything? But
I
I'm
don't. I'm always
I'm
skeptical.
literally doing myself a disservice by doing that. So that's something that I need to work on personally.
Like not
Or
keeping it real with yourself.
someone just needs to come along and prove me wrong. So
That part. That part.
yeah, so
Period.
that's something I do. What about you, Jacqueline?
So I will not text back sometimes for a while,
And this is
and
facts.
I'm horrible at it, and I do it to everybody. And I just need to work on just getting on my phone and replying back. But yeah, that's a big thing for me.
Okay, so quick question. Whenever we're talking about like these are like toxic things that we look for, and stuff, it could be considered toxic. We were talking earlier in the car about your person being on your social media, liking your stories. Now, if your person likes your stories and then all of a sudden stops liking them, does it bother you?
Fuck yeah. I'm like them all. Be my fan. Come on.
Do you ever like think like when they don't like a story, you're like, what the fuck? What didn't you like about that? What was it? My hair? Didn't I look cool?
I don't know if that's much as much of a problem as it is if like he doesn't post me or something. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you
Like
want him to
I think
post
that's yeah, I think that's more of like an issue. Like it's okay if you like watch my stories, you don't like everything. Maybe you just like a cute selfie or whatever,
you?
not everything. But if you're not posting me and you're liking other women's photos, like hard post, yeah, and you're not liking my stories, nah, that's a turn off. It's weird. That shit's weird.
You're like, that's my social media love language. I need it.
I'm like, I don't want to be posted at all. I'm ghosts.
She's a ghost. Ooh, don't post, Jacqueline.
She's
um,
the ghost with like the most followers.
Vanessa said, if you, uh, probably she meant to say revolve, but if you revolve, yep, she did. There you go. She corrected it. If you revolve your relationship around social, that's bad. Absolutely. Absolutely. And because, sometimes people just, they get busy. So yeah, they're looking at your stuff and they don't like your stuff. Okay, they missed a post. Calm down. It'll be fine. Move on.
Oh yeah.
You
one
know,
thing one thing I think that's funny is like if somebody's looking for like hints like, oh, who is she talking to, that motherfucker ain't gonna be commenting on none of my stuff. The person
No.
I'm talking to is never commenting on my things. It's
He
all
may
the
not even be a
randoms.
follower. He may not even be a follower.
He might even be blocked.
Facts. That part. Yeah.
I'm all, meanwhile, I like it when my guy comments. I'm gonna throw a comment up there every now and then. Side eyes.
I talked to a guy for I think 2 or 3 months and he had me blocked for a whole year. He had me blocked.
Oh my gosh. I think that is something too about like all of our social medias is nobody can really tell who we're dating, who we're with, who we're talking to, or anything like that, because we post the way we post. And also, what was that one thing that we had read the other day where it's like, I am not going to post anyone because the last time I posted someone, they made me look dumb. So,
Dumb. So dumb.
but I want to post. I'm going to post. I'm going to post.
His arm.
Not even that. His car.
The
I'm going
back
to
of his
post
head from a football field away.
the bottom of his shoe while he's walking away.
Him in the pool swimming.
Him in the pool smiling. I'm going to post. No, you guys. So be looking for a post coming up. Anyway, now we're just talking shit. Now we're just talking shit. So right now, you guys, if you
Me
want,
posting a random.
let us
The
let us
hottest
know
one.
if you guys have any more questions before we end this podcast for today. Today was really just a fun podcast. Just this was fun topics because we are
Yeah.
on the road and trying to do this. But next week we are going to come on with our good friend Ducky Man. We love him.
Ow.
I know he's going to be coming on and joining us next week. We have some awesome guests coming up for the rest of this month.
So
We are going to
excited.
have what's his name? Love Island guy.
Oh, Love Island.
Love Island. We are gonna
Cash,
have the
Cash, Cashley.
Cashley. We are gonna have one of the guys from Love Island on the 20th. So it's going to be amazing. Miss Vanessa said, "Much love. This was a good one, and we love you, Vanessa."
Love you, V.
Um, James said, "Superhero movies for the win." Absolutely. I love y'all. I love superhero movies. I can't wait to go see a couple of them. But anyway, oh, okay. First of all, James, he said you got to give Loki some love. Loki gets all the love, all
Love
the love.
Loki.
Every time, fucking love Loki.
Hmm.
So literally,
He's like me. He's like he's mean. He's angry, but really deep down, he just wants to be loved and cuddled.
Loki wants to be cuddled. Aw,
He does. He needs love. A hug.
I'm here for it. Cuddle those horns.
Yeah, there's a
Awesome.
heart in there. There's a heart in there somewhere.
There's Yeah, so we are definitely going to have a blast on the next couple episodes coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. Those ones are going to be a little bit more not suitable for work, guys. So just giving you guys, just giving you guys a warning. Watching the next couple of episodes. Miss Marissa said, "Much love, safe travels." Mr. ICJ said, "Taking Jacqueline to go see the Flash movie would be great."
Ooh.
Jacqueline, how do you feel about superhero movies, Jacqueline?
I'm into them. I'm into them. I'll say that.
Uh, I'm who's your favorite superhero, Jacqueline?
Definitely Thor. That's my man.
That's my
Or
baby daddy.
I'm gonna stick
yeah,
beside him.
you go
I'm
stick
gonna stick
beside
beside him.
him. We kind of met him on this trip, remember? the guy, the
Oh
guy over
yes,
there in
yes, yes. Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. But yeah, so mine is Loki. I don't care, anti-hero, whatever, supervillain, whatever. That's and then Spider-Man. Spider-Man, definitely my next one. What about you, Marlene? Real quick,
No,
tell us.
Thor. That's my baby daddy. Like that's
That's
my
your
oldest
store.
son's father. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's legit my baby daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had a kid with him.
Yeah.
Love him. Him and that hammer. He can fucking hammer me all night.
Tell us about the hammer.
Period. It's a. Let me tell you. Thor comes with the pounding. I'm just joking.
Speaking
Just
of
joking.
pounding, we will definitely be talking about pounding on the next episode. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a fun one. Check out all the socials, you guys. Our socials are on the screen. Also, hit up the podcast channel on Instagram and also, follow our sister podcast, Pop Culture After Dark, and the local influencers if you get a chance. If you would like to be on the show, give us a message on Instagram, shoot us a DM. We would love to have you on the show. And yeah, you guys just have a blast. Thank you so much. Marissa said, much love, safe travels, beauties. Keep up with our adventures on Instagram. And we love you guys. We'll see you on the next show. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.